tonight, Quack and Atheist, we're going to hit Carl Sagan again. We're going to pick on your hero, Carl Sagan, okay? Carl Sagan, he didn't anymore. He used to believe in evolution, okay? Carl Sagan. I'm sorry. Carl Sagan was Jewish. His mother was Jewish in an Orthodox and conservative Judaism. Those with a Jewish mother are considered Jewish. Additionally, his father was Jewish, making Sagan's heritage entirely Jewish. If anybody should know about the Word of God, they should. They're the ones that wrote most of it out. Jesus was the Messiah. You missed them. He rode in on a donkey, and he said in Isaiah he was going to do that. 500 years later, he does it. And you guys, they clapped and cheered. Yeah, here comes the king. And they laid their clothes down in the road to drive the donkey on. And then 3 days later, they crucified him. You guys are just blind idiots. I'm sorry. There's no kind way to tell you. Is there a kind way to tell somebody stupid that they're stupid? You're an idiot.
Is young Earth creationist Kent Hovind an anti-Semite? Let's look at the evidence to find out. First, here's a clip of Kent pushing the anti-Semitic document, The Protocols of the Elders of Zion, a fraudulent propaganda tool used by the Nazis to fool people into believing that there is a vast Jewish plan for global domination.
Satan's using all sorts of different people to accomplish his goals of trying to build his one world government. I recommend you read several good books. For instance, The Protocols of Zion. If you can't find that, that lays out the plan for how they're going to rule the world. Fascinating book, about 80 pages on the plan to rule the world. And they're just telling, here's how we're going to do it. You got to read about the Protocols of Zion. Tremendous. This is from the people who, this is their plan to rule the world. It's all spelled out.
What about a more recent clip? I'm glad you asked.
I think the Jews are evil people generally. The Jews are evil people generally.
I think the Jews are evil people.
A major legacy of the late 19th century Russian anti-Semitism was the fabricated text known as the Protocols of the Elders of Zion. The work originated in circles of the Russian secret police, based on materials borrowed from earlier conspiratorial anti-Jewish writings and theory.
Although very soon, in the early 1920s, the origin of the protocols with the secret police of the Tsarist regime was uncovered and explained. And some of those who had actually believed that the protocols were something real, realized that they'd been led astray and then attacked the protocols. But the protocols spread because the anti-Semitic movements, first in Europe and then elsewhere, were looking for some text which they could rely on, which they could spread. Conspiracy theories are always very popular because people can't explain the complicated development of history. The Protocols was really a continuation of a very ancient Christian anti-Semitic trope, and that was that there was a Jewish conspiracy in the world to control the world, which is based on Christian anti-Semitism, which charged the Jews for not recognizing the Christian Messiah as God. And in order to defeat that God, they would coalesce in some way. Again, a complete invention.
The Protocols of the Elders of Zion spread even though they were revealed as a forgery at an early stage. The first non-Russian edition was printed in Germany in 1920, followed by further translations into other languages in Poland, France, and England. It also reached the United States during that same year. As can be expected, the text also gained prominence among members of the Nazi Party. Leading Nazi figures incorporated it in their ideology as early as the 1920s, as can clearly be seen in Adolf Hitler's Mein Kampf. Between their rise to power in 1933 and the beginning of the Second World War, the Nazis published at least 23 editions of the Protocols, which were widely distributed.